The following program may contain mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Halifax, host city to the 2024 Juno Opening Night Awards presented by Music Canada. Bienvenue à Halifax, ville hôte de la soirée d'ouverture des prix Juno 2024 présentés par Music Canada.
Gwe.
Jalasi Jignam.
O Walan Gwejich.
Jalasi Nigamagi.
Gohoe.
Nigamagi. Wuladet. Elkinama Sotier. Amigama El Mawidaji. Ahan Gordemek. Sikhamog Dan Redebek Sotier.
O Nestem Nige. O Walalia Gisu. Ignimueg. Ulanabuk.
Please welcome one of your hosts for the evening. She's a star of This Hour Has 22 Minutes, Abba Amakwando.
Oh my goodness, hello. Look at this audience. Wow. Not a single dud in this audience. You all look stunning. Welcome to the 2024 Juno Opening Night Awards, presented by Music Canada, coming at you live from Halifax, the most welcoming city in Canada. Now, you know why we're here, to celebrate another year of amazing work by Canadian musicians and artists. Let's begin by acknowledging Sarah Prosper, raised in Eskasoni First Nation, for that opening performance of Jalasi, Welcome, accompanied by her brother, Aaron Prosper. Thank you for honoring us with this moving tribute to the lands on which this ceremony is held. and to its first peoples who since time immemorial have been its caretakers. Now, I'd like to introduce you to my co-host for the evening, the multi-talented singer, songwriter, and from Saturday to Monday, the host of CBC Music Mornings, the amazing, the hilarious Davenant Doyle.
Thank you, Abba. You are so amazing. And there's nothing like meeting somebody on Zoom and falling in love, and then when you meet them in real life, we're gonna have so much fun. It's true love, baby, you and me. All right, this is my favorite night of the year as an audience member. I've also performed on this stage, but tonight I get to do what I love to do best, which is celebrate and elevate Canadian talent. Now, Abba, I'm over here on the performer stage. There is nothing like seeing live music, nothing like being able to say, I saw that show, I was there. Guess what? I got to see the Beaches CD release party at the supermarket. I was moshing in the front, and it was a transformative experience in my life. So maybe I'll brag a little bit. Now, while you are ever so quietly, you know how like the forks hit the plate and stuff? Don't do that. Just like get the fork right into the food and then put it right in your mouth and then put it down on the table, because while you are quietly eating your salads, we are going to get to some of the best entertainment Atlantic Canada has. Here to perform their song, East Coast Family, please welcome reggae sensation and 2024 Juno nominee JAH'MILA. She's joined by Wolf Castle from Pabineau First Nation, New Brunswick. Give it up. Come on, let's start clapping. Exercise. I know you didn't go to the gym today. Get those arms going. Owen O-Sound Lee from Halifax. And two fiddlers from Cape Breton, my favorite kind. Wendy McIsaac, give it up. And from Wapmicook First Nation, Morgan Tony. East Coast Family, everybody.
Nova Scotian, we say what a bam bam. We blaze the fire anywhere we come from. We say what a bam bam bam. So raise a toast for the East Coast family. We say what a bam bam. Cause it no matter where we go, I still the quality. We say what a bam bam bam. Do you know the meaning of family? And not just blood. See the ones we stand up back on me. The sisters keep us, bring Maggie and we proud. No boy can bring no chat, they say them have to watch them go. No man is an island, no woman stands alone. Grateful for the city, thankful for my home. Say me skanking when me come true. Repping for the 902.
Through this land, big attitude, looking fresh like jam. Come correct where we stand. I found my strength having sand. Representing this adjusted and articulate. Resi reap the benefits, been switching up these lyrics. Chipping away at greatness. Never mind, you know they can't break this. We alive and feeling outrageous. Success is so contagious, baby. Now I say, reparate, rising up for better days. Gallop on the trail of blaze, looking for the beast to slay. Serving ill new, the rest life essentials. Sweet grass in my stew. Live strong in your truth. From the 506 and the 902. Married to the game like I do. Unified and fired up.
From Nova Scotia, me say what a bam 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 bam. There's a fire everywhere we come from. Me say what a bam bam. So raise a toast with the East Coast family. Me say what a bam bam. Cause it no matter where we go, I still the one are we. Me say, oh, so talk to people.
From the same side, we still call it the T.O. 876 in my blood, but I'm living on the coast. Met a queen down home, you know how that story goes. 10 years deep with my Scotian peeps, raise a toast, yeah. When it's a party, you know we gon' do the most. If you're headed to the beach, check the weather before you go. We stingy with the sun, but we generous with the cold. It's all love for my maritime folks, and the kindness that you'll ever meet. Where everyone knows everyone, so careful what you speak. The history is hella deep, you'll check the pedigree. You know we all some treaty peeps, reconcile the peace. Please believe that
what a bam bam bam. So raise a toast to the East Coast family. We say what a bam bam. 'Cause it no matter where we go, I still it wanna be. We say what a bam bam.
Oh my goodness, please give it up for that phenomenal performance. That was amazing. Now, if there's one thing I've learned about the East Coast, y'all know how to party, okay? This province has birthed iconic musical families like the Rankins, Bear McNeils, and the McMasters, and generation-defining rock bands like Thrush Hermit, Sloan, and Eric Stripp.
That's right. And Nova Scotia's roots in hip hop are as deep and as old as the genre itself, with new and classic acts like MCJ and Cool G, Hip Club Groove, Buck 65, Stay Wicked and Weird Forever, and City Natives. And thanks to the success of JAH'MILA, Halifax can add reggae to the mix. It's what Canadian music is all about, defying boundaries and expectations.
And it's what the Junos are here to recognize. Like a lot of Canadians, I discovered this country through music and by listening to the radio and watching much music. My friends and I in high school stuffed our hard drives with downloaded songs and computer viruses. And I don't know how many days of school we missed to go see bands like Metric and the Sheepdogs, but it was worth it. Because the music we choose to love helps us discover ourselves. It tells the story of our friendships and our communities.
And every nominee has a story to tell. First off, I just want to start. I just said hello to some ladies down here in the front, Rose Cousins and Feist, and I just said to Abba, I was like, that was Feist, you know, because she's such a big fan of yours.
Hey, Feist, what's up, girl?
No pressure, no pressure.
I'm not nervous at all.
All right. Every nominee has a story to tell, and I really prefer the little stories about how they got here. The big stories are good too, like this one from AYSANABEE. This is a true story. He's nominated for multiple Juno Awards tonight. AYSANABEE. Okay, but get this. Okay, he moved to Toronto to begin his career after a near-death experience, falling through the ice. Okay, so picture him there submerged in cold water, and somehow he fumbles down and finds a pickaxe and just crawls himself out of the ice. And as he's doing it, he looks up to the universe and says, if I get out of this, I'm going to follow my passion. And 2 months later, he moved to Toronto, and history began.
What an iconic story, truly. Truly inspirational, and inspiration can come from strange places, like Daniel Caesar, who's nominated for 5 awards, including Album of the Year, presented by Music Canada, yes, give it up, who, while abroad, went on a mushroom trip, I suspect some of you may be on one now, and was inspired to take his music in a fresh new direction. And award winner and multiple nominee Charlotte Cardin, who on her last album wrote a song about Jim Carrey's inspiring speeches on social media. And speaking of Charlotte Cardin, she's appeared in ad campaigns as a model and is starring in a coffee ad. I'd tell you which one, but they'd have to show us some of that sweet sponsor money first.
I'd say good for you, Charlotte. There is nothing like a good side hustle. Ab and I are going to start a band together. We're not going to make any money, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, we know how rough it can be out there. I know how wonderful this business can be, but I also know how it can break your heart every single day. You know, it's not enough to be a star these days. You have to be a Gen Z TikTok star. And if you're older, you need to be rediscovered by a new generation on social media. You can't just write hit songs or sell out arenas anymore. No, you've got to have engagement. You have to break the internet. It's so tiring.
It's so tiring. And those followers, they are like hungry little birds. You got to feed them and feed them. They make you hustle. But of course, it's what Canadian artists do, right? We punch above our weight, we outwork, and we out-hustle.
Well, it's hard work, raw talent. There's no more raw talent than in this country. But it's also arts funding and socialized medicine. It's really hard to be on the road when you got a cavity and you need to get your tooth out. It's terrible. You know, it is the secret sauce of our success. You can see it on Billboard charts all around the world. Canadians have infiltrated from engineers, producers, musicians, and laughers. That was amazing, sir. Your joy, give it to me. Thank you so much.
Quite the laugh. A message to all our honorees out there tonight in the audience. First off, congratulations.
Woo, woo.
You did it. You did it. You're nervous. You're excited. You're thankful. But you did it. And by the way, this is your mic for your speech. And speaking of, listen, I'm not going to ask you to keep your speeches short. I am going to beg you to keep your speeches short. Hell, I will even beseech you. I've never even used that word before.
It's a great word for you. It works.
Thank you. It rolls off the tongue. After 30 seconds, a little bell should go off in your head. You know, ding, wrap her up. I'm taking up time and space from other nominees. Or ding, you're grateful. The Academy is grateful that you're grateful. But it's getting late, and you are keeping children from their beds, and that's weird. After 30 seconds, it's time to exit the stage and enter music immortality, for you are forever and ever a Juno Award winning artist.
Woo! And remember this, only announced winners can take the stage. I know you love your mother. I love your mother. Your mother's probably way nicer than you are, but she's not allowed to come up here and accept the award on your behalf. Not even yours.
And I love your mother, but
Yeah.
she can't come up. We love you.
That's right. If you have people at home, though, who want to watch the show, tell them it's being streamed live on cbcmusic.ca/Junos. Let's begin the honors with a category that is close to my heart. Here are the Juno nominees for Country Album of the Year.
Country Album of the Year: Brett Kissel, Dean Brody, Jade Eagleson, James Barker Band, Tyler Joe Miller.
And the Juno Award for Country Album of the Year goes to James Barker Band.
Girl, I wanna meet your mama, drink a beer with your old man, ride all around your hometown, fall for the girl you were back then. So say the word, we'll take that drive, see where you've been all my life. Anytime you wanna, girl, I wanna meet your mama. I wanna see the pictures on that fridge.
Well, that's awesome. Well, starting off the night, who knew? Honestly, though, thank you so much to our awesome team at Sony, to Shane, to Warren, to Sam, to Sylvan. And for this, it's been a crazy year. And I don't know, it's pretty dope to be here. We just got a room full of people making dope music we think could be dope all over the world. And that's all we're trying to do. And thank you for recognizing it.
Wherever you want, whatever works. Listen, it's a live show. Things happen.
Yeah, they're doing dope things all over the world.
They're doing dope things
I love it.
all over the world, just like we said.
That's right.
Now, the competition for this next award is Cutthroat. Here are your nominees for Children's Album of the Year.
Children's Album of the Year: ABC Sing Song, Gina Lina, Splash and Boots, The Swinging Bells, Young Maestro.
Are you ready for a rumble? The Juno goes to The Swinging Bells.
Behold a feast by your two eyes. Thank you. To say that we're speechless would be very true.
We didn't prepare a speech.
No.
We didn't write any notes because we knew that we didn't have to thank too many people because we made this album completely on our own. Yes.
But we do want to say a few thanks to Megan McNeil, who did the artwork, to the wonderful young producer who is Isaac Andrews Power, who added the electro to our swing. He's a wonder. He went as DJ. I love my cat for this album, but you can also check him out as Wintercoat 7. Oh.
There it is. There it is.
You got it.
I would like to thank, of course, Erin and I go to our teachers. We'd like to thank Bishop Field. Oh, and our parents. And that's it.
I don't know. I think if you use up your 30 seconds on the walk here, you might get a little extension. That's all I'm saying. Okay, coming up next, your nominees for Rap Single of the Year.
Rap Single of the Year. Belly, Connor Price, Havaya Mighty, Pressa, TOBi.
And now the Juno for Rap Single of the Year goes to TOBi.
Praying for forgiveness from the patron saint of sinners. Left hand on the scripture, right hand to the heavens. This vision was God-given, this work done in the shadows. We are 04 Pistons. No stars, just winners. No Tayshawn's, just princes, kings. 'Cause legacy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Wow, this is a little low. I definitely want to say thank you to the team at Sony. They've been so supportive towards me. Carrie, Sil, I want to show you guys love. And I also want to say thank you to my mother. My mother instilled the virtue of justice in me at a young age, working as a lawyer, and that informs my work and my art. I want to thank my producer, Alex Goose, my team, David, John Tanners, who supported me all the way through. And last but not least, I really want to give a big shout out to all rap artists in Canada, because hip hop in Canada, we're going to keep it moving and we're going to keep taking it to higher heights. My name's TOBi, much love.
Well done, and congratulations. And now, to present our next award, please welcome Alana David Clark from Nissan Canada.
As the official vehicle of Juno's 2024, Nissan is honored to support Canadian talents and present the Electronic Album of the Year award. The nominees are
Electronic Album of the Year, presented by Nissan. Nissan is thrilled to be the official vehicle for the 2024 Juno Awards. From the all-electric Nissan Ariya crossover to the Nissan Z, Nissan is extremely proud to partner with the Junos and support Canadian music. BAMBII, Harrison, Kid Koala, Rich O'Coin, Tim Hecker.
And the winner is BAMBII.
I didn't think I was going to win, but I did write something. I need to thank my mom. I need to thank Kike, the earth of my universe. I need to thank my old manager, my new manager, Kalela, my label. I need to say, first of all, that Toronto's underground is so special. I've been around the whole world, but there's nothing that compares to my city. The real city, queer, Caribbean immigrant. There are so many women making music that you do not know about. You need to know about them. Shout out New Currency, Caruza, Tino, Pep Rally, Moonshine, Lotion Mag. The Canadian music industry needs the future. You need to do your research. Thank you so much.
Please welcome host of Tempo, weekdays at 9 a.m. on CBC Music, Julie Nasrallah.
Bonsoir. Y'all gonna have to do better than that for some applause, because look at this sparkle dress that I am wearing. Y'all bring it. Love you. Enjoy. Bonsoir. Allo. And thank you, my good friend Davenant Doyle. Aren't she and ABBA doing a great job tonight? Give it up. Put down the salad fork. Let it rip. Come on, our girls. Dav and ABBA. Bless. Je suis tellement ravie d'être ici, honnêtement. La musique, c'est toute ma vie. Even if you don't know me, music has been my life. Quel honneur de faire partie de cette magnifique fête avec vous ce soir. Merci. Et maintenant, passons à la catégorie Album classique de l'année, Grand Ensemble. Here are your nominees for Classical Album of the Year, Large Ensemble.
Classical Album of the Year, Large Ensemble. Cryptid Ensemble, conducted by Brian Current. Orchestre Classique de Montréal, conducted by Jacques Lacombe. Orchestre Métropolitain, conducted by Yannick Nézet-Séguin. Orchestre Symphonique de Montréal, conducted by Raphaël Payard. The Philadelphia Orchestra, conducted by Yannick Nézet-Séguin.
The Juno Award for Classical Album of the Year, Large Ensemble, l'album classique de l'année, Grand Ensemble, est remis à, drumroll please, l'Orchestre Classique de Montréal et Jacques Lacombe.
Merci beaucoup. C'est tellement un grand honneur d'être ici avec vous ce soir pour célébrer la musique canadienne. And I would like to start by thanking the musician of the Orchestre Classique de Montréal, the conductor Jacques Lacombe, and especially a big warm thank you to Boris Brod, who was the person who commissioned all these works here and also who was supposed to premiere, he premiered 2 of the 3 pieces on the album. He was supposed to premiere and record, but he passed away. But I can see that wherever he is up there, he has good connection and make it happening down there for us, down here for us. Thank you so much. Passez une belle soirée. Merci beaucoup.
Félicitations. And now, the nominees for Classical Composition of the Year. Et maintenant, place aux finalistes de la catégorie Composition classique de l'année.
Classical Composition of the Year. Simulacra, Amy Brandon. Portrait of an Imaginary Sibling, Dinuk Wijaratna. And the higher leaves of the trees seem to shimmer in the last of the sunlight's lingering touch of them. Émilie Cecilia Lebel. Shaheen Nemeh for voice and orchestra, Iman Habibi. Don't throw your head in your hands, Nicole Lizée.
Le Juno pour la composition classique de l'année est remis à Nicole LIZÉE. Yes. Nicole. Nicole LIZÉE couldn't make it tonight, so I will be honored to accept this award on her behalf. Thank you.
Merci, Julie. You look fantastic. Okay, looking out there, I see we have some very important guests in the house.
Absolutely, yes. We would like to acknowledge His Honor, the Honorable Arthur LeBlanc, Lieutenant Governor, Province of Nova Scotia. Give it up. As well as the Honorable Pascal Saint-Onge, Minister of Canadian Heritage. And Mr. Andy Fillmore, Member of Parliament, Halifax, Nova Scotia.
The Honorable Alan McMaster, Minister of Communities, Culture, Tourism, and Heritage, Province of Nova Scotia. Grand Chief Norman Syliboy, Mi'kmaq Grand Council. Regional Chief Andrea Paul, Assembly of First Nations.
As well as His Worship Mike Savage, Mayor, City of Halifax. Band Chief Bob Glode, Millbrook First Nation. And Councillor Dennis Thomas, Tsleil-Waututh Nation. And we are honored, so honored that you could be here. Thank you for supporting the Juno Awards.
And now, welcome to the stage, the President and CEO of CARIS and the Juno Awards, and the CEO of Music Counts, but a lot of people like to call him the Silver Fox. Welcome Alan Reed to the stage.
Good one, Dav. Very good. Thanks, everybody. Bonsoir, tout le monde, et merci. JAH'MILA, Walaliak. It is so fantastic to be back here in Halifax, one of the greatest cities in Canada. And as you probably can already tell from my voice, I've already been enjoying Halifax finest. So, you know, when we first announced the Junos were going to be coming back here, everybody wanted to come. And as you can see tonight, we are SRO. We are sold right out with over 1,300 people at the Halifax Convention Center tonight. Yes. You're going to get a chance to experience the world-famous East Coast hospitality and help us celebrate the best in Canadian music tonight. Now, we may be here in the heart of Halifax, but we are also celebrating all of Atlantic Canada, highlighting the beauty and talent that's so abundant here on the East Coast. Thanks to the province of Nova Scotia, the Halifax Regional Municipality, and our 2024 Juno Host Committee for welcoming us back. And yes, absolutely. And thanks to all of you who've traveled to be here this weekend. The Junos are the one moment each year that we get to gather as an industry. So thank you for supporting CARIS. And it's more important now than ever that we shine a light on the incredible artistry that this country has to offer. I'm also thrilled to have our new Minister of Heritage, the Honorable Pascal Saint-Onge, here to join us. Absolutely. Minister, thanks for being here, and welcome to your first Junos. I'm also honored to have our 3 special award recipients here with us this evening, and they all have an East Coast connection. The WALT GREALIS Special Achievement Award recognizes individuals whose work has significantly impacted the growth and development of the Canadian music industry. And that is definitely the case with this year's recipient, Chip Sutherland. Now, Chip is best known as a lawyer and a manager who truly looks out for the interests of artists, and he's also made an incredible impact on our industry through the Radio Star Maker Fund. Chip, congratulations. We are so thrilled to be doing this in your hometown tonight. So congratulations. And tomorrow night on the Juno broadcast, Tegan and Sarah will be recognized with the Humanitarian Award. Yes. Their work with the Tegan and Sarah Foundation is founded on a commitment to feminism and racial, social, and gender justice. Tegan, Sarah, I am so happy that you're here and that we're able to shine this positive light on the work you've done for the queer community. You have made us all better people. So congratulations and thank you. The National Music Centre at Studio Bell in Calgary is home to the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. And tomorrow night, you are all going to be part of history, as the first rapper joins the ranks, the godfather of hip-hop himself, Maestro Fresh Wes. Now, the induction is presented by our friends and our premier sponsors at TD Bank Group. Wes, I cannot believe it has been 33 years since you also made history as the first recipient of the Rap Album of the Year. And I know tomorrow promises a love letter to the East Coast and to the genre you helped bring to the mainstream. So, man, congratulations. Now, this year we received the most submissions in Juno history. And from that, there are 90 first-time nominees. And this has become a bit of a tradition for Karis. I would like to ask all the first-time nominees to please stand up and join me for a toast. Come on, all 90 of you. Absolutely. It is your hard work and the recognition of your peers in this room that have brought you here tonight, and you absolutely deserve it. So congratulations on your nominations, and welcome to your first Junos. Now, while we are here to celebrate artist achievements, we will also recognize some of the foundational people that we have lost over the last year and who have helped build the Canadian music industry. Back in the 60s, before there ever was a Juno, there were the Gold Leaf Awards. And Stan Cleese was the co-founder with his partner, Walt GREALIS. We are indebted to their vision. And for those of you who have the opportunity to accept a Juno tonight, take a look on the bottom of that statue, and it bears the name Stan Cleese. We also will say goodbye to Canadian Music Hall of Famer Robbie Robertson and Gordon Lightfoot. Yes. And from right here in Halifax, Miles Goodwin of April Wine. And two Canadian music legends, Cape Breton's very own Bruce Guthrow and Les Cowboys Fréquence Carl Tremblay. We'll pay homage to them and many others later this evening with a beautiful in memoriam performance by Begonia. Yes. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for their support, and that includes the financial support of our funding partners, Factor, the Government of Canada and Canada's private radio broadcasters, Music Canada on behalf of Canada's major record labels, Sony Music Entertainment Canada, Universal Music Canada, and Warner Music Canada, the province of Nova Scotia, the Halifax Regional Municipality, and the Radio Star Maker Fund. I'd also like to thank the TD Bank Group, our premier sponsor. This year, while we recognize the best in Canadian music, TD will also be recognizing the fans who bring our music to life and make it all possible. I also want to thank the team at TD for sponsoring the TD Junos Submission Access Program for the 3rd year. And our lead sponsors, first, SiriusXM Canada, a longtime partner of both Karis and Music Counts, who is focused on elevating Canadian artists using their large North American platform and the incredible investment they make supporting Canadian talent. TikTok, who's returning as our sponsor of our only fan-voted category for the 4th year in a row. Remember, you can vote for your favorite TikTok Juno Fan Choice nominee right up to the broadcast just by searching Junos on TikTok or go to tiktokjunofanchoice.ca. Nissan, who are electrifying the Junos with the Nissan Ariya, official vehicle of Juno Week. Nissan are activating all week long, moving our artists and industry around, so take advantage of the smooth, and I might say complimentary rides if you get a chance. And thanks to Insight Productions, and equals MC² for their stellar work in producing world-class shows year over year for us. And to CBC, our digital content and exclusive broadcast partner for the Junos. Yes, where would we be without the CBC? Thank you for all you do to support artists. You tell their stories better than anyone. To the 2024 Juno Host Committee, Allegra Swanson and co-chairs Suzanne Frigere and Jeff Nearing, and the entire host committee, thank you for everything we've done, or you've done. We know it's a huge endeavor. You guys have done a fantastic job. And your efforts to create future opportunities for East Coast artists, like programs like the Wavemakers, will absolutely have a lasting impact. So thank you so much. Thanks to the CARIS Board of Directors who are all here with us tonight, and especially the CARIS and Music Count staff. They have been working around the clock to make this weekend happen and make it special for all of you. I am truly honored to work alongside all of them. So thanks to the CARIS team. And finally, for 53 years, CARIS has been celebrating and elevating Canadian talent. New artists are the future of our industry. And that's why 9 years ago, CARIS formed a partnership with Slate Music to create Canada's premier artist development program, the Alan Slate Juno Master Class. This program pairs emerging talent with mentors and industry leaders, preparing them for the next steps in their career. And I'm thrilled to announce that our longtime supporter, Gary Slate, and the team at Slate Music are renewing their commitment for the 10th anniversary of the Alan Slate Juno Master Class. Yes. And I want to say congratulations to 5 alumni who are here this evening. Katie Tupper, who was absolutely fantastic last night at the Songwriter Circle. Havaya Mighty, Shawnee Kish, Jive, and AYSANABEE. They have garnered 9 nominations this year. And you're also going to get a chance to see a performance for one of this year's participants tonight, LILI-ANN DiFrancesco. Thanks again for coming out to Halifax. I hope you're having a great Juno weekend. It's now my pleasure. I'd like to introduce Alan Slate Juno Masterclass alumni and 2-time nominee tonight. Welcome to the stage, activist, singer, and songwriter, Shawnee Kish.
SiriusXM Canada is proud to back Canada's comics, who rank with the best in the world. I'm pleased to present the award for Comedy Album of the Year on their behalf, and here are the nominees.
Comedy Album of the Year, presented by SiriusXM Canada. SiriusXM is committed to providing a leading platform and support for Canadian artists and comedians through its significant financial contributions and North American-wide reach. Derek Seguin, Graham Clark, Kyle Brownrigg, Lori Elliott, May Martin.
And the Juno goes to... Kyle Brownrigg.
Oh my God. We did a gig together at Union Station in Toronto in the hallway, not the platform, like 3 days ago. Are you serious? Oh my God, I can't believe I won. I didn't think I was going to. Okay, I'm gonna make this so quick. Okay. I wanna thank all the drugs and alcohol that made this album possible, okay? Seriously, I don't know where. I wanna thank my managers, Jake and Kira, for not being here tonight. I want to thank my parents who are at home watching this right now. Mom, put down the wine. I want to thank my boyfriend, Daniel, for letting me put him in my act and always being the one constant in my chaotic life. And the final thing is that this award means a lot to me because gay men are never celebrated in stand-up comedy. So to stand here holding this award means that my younger self, who never felt like there was a spot for me at the comedy table, tonight I get to sit at the head of it. Thank you so much.
That is the way to give a speech. Amazing. That's the way to make records too, all the things he said. And if you are lucky enough to win, make sure you go that way because people are going to take pictures of you and it's going to be great. All right. Up next is the Global Music Album of the Year. Here are your nominees.
Global Music Album of the Year. Bell and Quinn, Kizaba, Moonshine, OKAN, Wally.
And the Juno Award for Global Music Album of the Year goes to OKAN. Woo!
Not prepare a speech for Rio. We're very happy. We want to thank the music. First of all, we want to thank our families. We want to thank our team, Tracy Jenkins, and
Marilyn, Luisa,
who trust in us all the time. We want to thank our Cuba, our music.
All the musicians that were part of the album. Thank you all. Thank you, Cuba. Right now is struggling and fighting for their freedom. This is for you. You can make it. Canada, thank you for giving us a home and for recognizing our music.
To every woman, to every immigrant that comes to this country and can achieve dreams like this. And to every special guest in this album, because this was made for so many people. So thank you so much, everybody.
Viva Cuba Libre!
Okay, this next award is always exciting. It gives us a glimpse into the future of Canadian music. These are the artists who are just starting to make an impact in the world. Okay, here to present the award is the Honorable Pascale Saint-Onge, the Minister of Canadian Heritage, and joining her, the Juno Award-winning band whose song Blame Brett was streamed tens of millions of times. 150,000 of them were by me, making it one of the breakout hits of the year. Their Blame My Ex tour has sold out worldwide. You already know who they are, but you can still give it up for the Beaches. Now they're going to take the stage in just 1 minute. First, we are going to watch this video from Factor.
Canadian artists are supported by the most robust funding body in the world. As investment partners in the Canadian-owned music industry, we at Factor understand how music shapes and inspires people within Canada and across borders. For over 4 decades, we have helped those in our thriving industry, from singers and songwriters to managers, record labels, and event producers, to take creative risks, reach new audiences, and realize their dreams. Whatever your funding requirements, we are proud to invest in you throughout your career, from that first single to an international tour. We are your ally at every stage of your journey, a partner who believes you have something vital to share with Canada and the world. Music transforms us, and there is no music without you. Your creativity is where Canadian music is born. Being true to your artistic vision means having the freedom to explore with nothing but the limits of your imagination. We are committed to continuing to reflect and enhance the diversity of Canadian artists and to share it with the world. At Factor, we know music changes lives, and we are proud to support your life in music.
Bonsoir Halifax. Je suis tellement heureuse d'être ici avec vous ce soir. It's a great privilege to be present for the Breakthrough Group of the Year Award with the Beaches. Jordan, Kylie, Leandra, and Eliza, you've gone from winning this award in 2018 to being nominated for Group of the Year this year.
Thank you, Minister. It's been a crazy year. We're so grateful that Factor, with funding from the Government of Canada and Canada's private radio broadcasters, has invested in our recordings, shows, and videos like they've done for thousands of groups before us.
We know that helping our artists break through and connect with fans is critical. Our music is who we are. Seeing these vibrant nominated groups is very inspiring and a wonderful example of how our culture can be shared through music.
And with that, here are the artists nominated for Breakthrough Group of the Year.
Breakthrough Group of the Year, presented by Factor, the Government of Canada, and Canada's private radio broadcasters. Busty and the Bass, Crash Adams, Good Kid, Men I Trust, New West.
And the winner is New West.
Here for the Beaches. We're playing with them at Bud Stage in August, right? Yes. Make sure you come out. August 22nd, come to the gig.
Can we have the fellow in the white jacket who won Comedy Album of the Year come accept this award for us? Because he was amazing.
That guy's funny. Shout out Hudson, Mark's dog. He's a beautiful soul. He's a beautiful boy. Thank you for having us. If you don't know who we are, we're New West, very, very famous TikTok band from Toronto, Ontario. Thank you everyone at Full Stop, BMG, who am I missing? Universal Republic. Thank you, Brooks Roach. Love you guys, thank you for having us.
When we're lost at a club, getting drunk and you get
Wow, keep it going for them. That was great. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, the Juno Awards submission, nomination, and voting process would not be possible without the help of PwC, trusted partner of the 2024 Juno Awards. Now, if you don't know the name of our next artist yet, after tonight, you'll never forget it. Known for her striking pop tracks and memorable hooks, our next performer has amassed over 100 million streams, and in 2023 had 3 top 10 singles at Top 40 Radio in Canada. Woo. Here is, and you can say she's in her pretty girl era, it's LILI-ANN!
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Feeling myself, yeah. I'm in my PGE, baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Can I have some track in my head? I don't care. I'm in my pretty girl era. I'm a stare when I see myself in the mirror. Oh, 'tis the season, it's that party time of the year. I don't care. I'm in my pretty girl, yeah. Wake up gorgeous every morning, I'ma put a ring on it. 14 carats, 14 carats, Cinderella, I'm that, yeah. Look at how I glow, sexy, yeah, you know. Just like heaven, I'm a blessing, you gon' have to pay for it. Hey! Ha! I unlock my full potential. You can't tell me I'm not special. I don't care. I'm in my pretty girl era. I'm a stare when I see myself in the mirror. Oh, 'tis the season, it's that party time of the year. I don't care. I'm in my pretty girl era. I don't care. Living sassy, giving body, wanna give myself a bow. Diamond of the season, even girls are lining up right now. Dripping head to toe, sexy, yeah, I know. On my body, call up daddy, so I'm gonna go downtown. Hey! Ha! I unlock my full potential. Ooh. You can't tell me I'm not special, no, I don't care. I'm in my pretty girl era. Hey, I'm a stare when I see myself. Yeah, yeah. 'Tis the season, it's that party time of the year. I don't care. I'm in my pretty girl era. I don't care. Hey, I'm in my pretty girl era. Oh, oh, when I see myself in the mirror. Oh, 'tis the season, it's that party time of the year. I don't care. I'm in my pretty girl era. I don't care. Hey, and they can tell me nothing, baby. I'm a baddest, ha, pretty girl era. And I love that for me. Juno, y'all ready? If you know the words, sing along. Hey, hey, I don't care. I'm in my pretty girl era. I'm a stare when I see myself in the mirror. Oh, 'tis the season, it's the party. I don't care. I'm in my pretty girl era. I don't care. Thank you, Junos.
Let's hear it for LILI-ANN! Iconic. And now, please welcome the independent chair of the Board of Music Canada, the trade association representing Canada's major labels, and the presenting sponsor of this evening's awards, Jennifer Sloan.
Good evening, and welcome to the Juno's Opening Night Awards, brought to you by Music Canada. I am Jennifer Sloan, the Independent Board Chair of Music Canada, and it is my honor, on behalf of Music Canada's members, Sony Music Entertainment Canada, Universal Music Canada, and Warner Music Canada to welcome you here tonight. I love the Opening Night Awards. It's a night to celebrate Canada's greatest musicians across all genres. Here in Halifax, across more than 130 tables, Juno-nominated artists are sitting with their teams, their loved ones, their mentors, and their protégés. Every time a winner is announced, there will be cheers from fans, business partners, songwriting collaborators, engineers, label teams, and family. There will be immediate hugs, kisses, phone calls, FaceTimes, and Snapchats with those who couldn't be here with you tonight. And in this time, when the impacts of generative AI are top of mind, it's good to be reminded of all the people around your table making all of this possible. Tonight, we celebrate the human connection. At Music Canada, our goal is to empower that human connection with everything we do. Whether we are helping the government get new AI legislation right or strengthening the value of copyright, we have you and everyone around you at the center of our efforts. Congratulations to all the nominees. Have a wonderful evening.
Please welcome Lindsay Schoolcraft.
Everyone. Music producers understand the importance of quality equipment in each facet of the recording process. Audio-Technica microphones and headphones define a standard of excellence recognized throughout the recording industry. I'm very happy to present this next award on their behalf. The nominees for the Jack Richardson Producer of the Year are
Jack Richardson Producer of the Year, presented by Audio-Technica. Audio-Technica is a leading manufacturer of audio equipment since 1962 and continues to be a staple for major producers and engineers. Hill Korkudis, Jason Brando, Rubalin, Mathieu Sénéchal, and Sam Avant. Joel Stouffer, Sean Everett, Wonder Girl.
The Juno goes to Sean Everett.
Whoa, I didn't think I was gonna win this. Thank you so much. My parents who are back there, my wife Bellica, my daughter Shoko, Kevin and Christine, who I love, that are sitting right here. The people I made these songs with, Michael Pollock, Miley Cyrus, and Brittany Howard. And thank you so much for having me at this event. I appreciate it, thank you.
Congratulations and thank you, Lindsay. Now, before I announce the nominees, I just want to remind our dear artists, our dear precious artists, when you come up on the stage to collect your Juno, please remember to exit stage right. We don't want any accidents, please. Thank you. And now, the nominees for Traditional Roots Album of the Year.
Traditional Roots Album of the Year. Benjamin Dakota Rogers, David Francey, Jackson Hollow, James Keelahan, Morgan Tony.
The Juno Award for Traditional Roots Album of the Year goes to David Francey.
Fell asleep, it was hurting, though. Didn't know what to call it, so I called him. Ishbel McCarthy, a 10-year-old girl. Minister's daughter come into my room. Fitting my heart like a hand in a glove. Didn't know what to call it, so I called him. I can take it too far as dreams go. I'm nothing to remember as far as I know. The last I remember is you I dreamt of. I don't know what to call. I call her love.
Thank you very much, everybody. This is an amazing thing to happen. I wouldn't be here at all without my bandmates, that's for sure. I'd like to thank Mac Resberg first and foremost. He's been with me all the time. And my great friend Darren McMullen is well on this record. My wonderful friend Tara Spencer from Nova Scotia is a huge part of this record, and I couldn't have made it without her. Dave Clark and Jeff Summers, my first band mates, are on this record as well. My wonderful son Colin is on this record as well. I couldn't thank them all enough, that's for sure. I just want to thank my management, that's for sure. Mark Watson and my booking agent, Ryan Heershop, and my great friend Tony Girardin for everything. Getting it all together, my wife Beth more than anything else. She's been with me from the very beginning. She's with me now. It's going to be a great drive home. Thank you so much.
And now, moving on, here are your nominees for International Album of the Year.
International Album of the Year. Luke Combs, Metro Boomin, Morgan Wallen, SZA, Taylor Swift.
The winner of the Juno for International Album of the Year is SZA! Now, SZA could not be here tonight as she is currently absolutely killing it on tour, so I will accept this on her behalf. Congratulations. Now, before our next award, let's talk sustainability, because a lot of work went into making this week's celebrations and awards the most sustainable in Juno's history. Since 2008, Karis and the Juno Awards have worked with Bullfrog Power to offset the carbon impact of the Junos. The work is ongoing. We're talking carbon offsets, reusable water bottles, digital tickets. 5 cars in our shuttle fleet are electric, provided by our friends at Nissan, and special complimentary buses are running all throughout the weekend. And this week, the Halifax team provided 4 days of free music at the Central Halifax Library on a stage powered entirely by solar and pedal power. Everything on tonight's menu, from the seared Digby scallops to the Nova Scotia blueberry butter cake, my God, that sounds good, has been locally sourced and prepared. And could someone please bring a couple of those backstage for Dev and I? Thank you so much. Now, it's time to present the WALT GREALIS Special Award. For those unfamiliar with the name, Walt GREALIS was one of the co-founders of the Junos, and we are thrilled to present this award to those individuals who have helped to grow and develop the Canadian music industry. Here to present the award, please welcome 13-time Juno Award winner and 4-time Grammy nominee, Feist.
I think I'm going to need a little more to pull this off. Can I get it? Okay. Okay. I swear every word of this is true, okay? I think those of us who have had a chance to sit across the table from Chip Sutherland would have this in common. That whenever the power of his singular attention is pointed in your direction, it can't help but empower you to feel that your career is in fact yours. A thing that can happen when you have any amount of success is that there'll likely be plenty of people willing to plan for that success, but not many would be as willing to make a plan with you at the center of it, and with your stability and happiness as the metric for that success. When Chip and I first met, I was a 20-something living gig to gig who couldn't pay her rent, trying to make a new life in France with a record deal in a language I couldn't even speak. And one of the first positive disruptions he made in my thinking was to say, yeah, it's gonna be hard, but your 40-year-old self is gonna thank you. And you're working for her, not for the music business. And that was a paradigm shift, right? And that was a paradigm shift. He put a young musician in conversation with her own possible future, a place I'd never even considered. I couldn't even fathom it. But he was already preparing it for my arrival. And if you like the way my life has been impacted by Chip as my manager and my friend, is a microcosm of the foresight that he's given to the many that he's godfathered through this business as a mentor, a lawyer, a master liaiser, and as a bridge builder. Star Maker is a perfect example of how he folded that ethos out into Canadian music at large. By conceiving of and creating an oxygen supply for artists to the tune of over $170 million over the last 23 years. He's empowered so many musicians to keep going, to do what they're here to do with dignity and agency. Over and over, he's rewritten the artist's relationship to the industry. And then he's operated as if it was true, until in many cases, it was. He'd move aside some insurmountable obstacle and say, oh, we're gonna ignore that. And then he'd quietly go about changing the very foundation under you. He said, sounds pretty great, right? Yes. Despite how much I'd like to believe into the illusion that he only works with me, I know I'm not actually the only one. So now we'll throw to a video of a bunch of people who really love you saying lots of nice things about you.
You know, with Chip, things are very simple. I feel like he asks himself, is this good for artists? Is this the right thing to do? And if it's not, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna spend my time with my family, or I'm gonna be fishing.
Well, I was just finishing law school, and a buddy of mine who was from Belleville was the guitar player in Blackpool, and their drummer left to go work in Australia. And he said, hey, we need a drummer. And I was playing guitar in another band, but I'm like, sure, I'm a drummer. So I started playing with them, and Chris Murphy was opening for us in his band, Kearney Lake Road, with Jay Ferguson.
When Sloan started getting attention from the music business, and there were contracts being offered from Network and eventually Geffen, we knew we already had a good relationship with Chip as a friend, and he was also kind of the only lawyer in town who had his foot in the music world and, you know, the legal world.
This guy, Todd Sullivan from Geffen, came and he saw us play, and then Chip went skiing with him the next day, and they worked out this record deal.
Once they had their deal in place, they're like, we need a manager. And I'm like, I don't even know what a manager does. They're like, well, neither do we, so we'll just keep going. I'm like, sure, we'll just keep going. For a band from Halifax to be signed directly to an American deal, that was like, that's the stuff of Bryan Adams. Then the East Coast became a thing, and Sub Pop came in, and they started signing other bands like Jail and Eric's Trip, and Rankins happened, and then there was a whole Celtic explosion.
Well, the record industry was basically based out of Toronto, so we had all these executives coming here signing bands, and Chip was there for everybody. There's probably no one that he didn't advise or do a deal for or help.
Yeah, he was instrumental in, I think, nurturing what was a budding music industry at the time in Atlantic, Canada.
Maybe you call him the broadcast whisperer or the artist whisperer, but he has this way of taking incredibly complex issues and just drilling them down into very simple, pragmatic, thoughtful, artist-friendly, workable solutions. And Star Maker's been founded on that thinking.
There was this concept of like the artists are all irresponsible and they're just partying all night and just hanging out in the studio and they can't count. And I think StarMaker has proven that you hand the money to the artists, you let them go perform and find their fans, and then surprise, surprise, they find success.
When I was starting out on my first album, I don't think I would have been able to do a lot of the touring internationally in the US and in Europe and without StarMaker. You know, it's not very often that you see people who work with artists, with musicians, and also work with labels, and also work with broadcasters, and also work with government. And, you know, people want him there. People want him in their corner.
I think that Chip was always a champion of the young and naive and poor, basically. He did a lot of work for people for cheap or nothing, and Chip basically protected a lot of people.
There's kind of an external view that from the outside, this manager is like this big, powerful deal maker and goes and creates all of these opportunities with their relationships. And that guy exists, but that isn't what Chip does, and that isn't what we do. And I think that's one of the reasons why artists are drawn to him, is that he's not there to exploit them.
Chip has quietly, thoughtfully, powerfully supported artists, supported the industry, supported the entire community, and done it selflessly, without any regard for recognition or credit. And sometimes you gotta turn around and shine the spotlight on those that have the biggest impact. They're never looking for the credit in the first place.
Right? Chip, Canada, so many people in this room, and myself couldn't be more grateful to you. I offer my life-sized gratitude as one lifelong standing ovation. Please welcome Chip Sutherland.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Leslie. That was a lot. Thanks to the folks in the video and the Karis team for putting that together, and thanks to Chris Murphy, who is the ultimate archivist, and he provided a lot of those images for us. Thank you, Karis, for granting me this incredible honor. It means so much to me. I'm so touched. And the fact that you chose Halifax for this is extra special. I came here to go to law school almost 40 years ago, and I knew immediately this was my place. I knew I'd raise a family here, but I had no plan to be in the music business. Who knew I could be part of an international music industry from here? I want to thank my kids, Kate and Will, who are here tonight, just because they're so great. And thanks to their mother, Eve, for holding down the fort all those years, because I wouldn't have accomplished this without having a happy and supportive home life. I want to thank my sisters, Kim and Wendy, who braved the snowstorm in Toronto to get here. Thank you very much. I wouldn't be here without getting to work with phenomenal artists, starting with Sloan, of course, and the Rankin family, and then after I thought I was pretty much done with management, I met up with Leslie at the Junos in Winnipeg, and here we are, almost 20 years later. It's been quite a journey. And there seems to be no end to it. I'm now into my second generation of Rankins, working with Molly Rankin with Always. And there's, yes, Molly, and Afi and Mustafa and Rose Cousins and Talk, a long list of talented clients. I feel so lucky every day that they choose to share their art and their work with me. In the early days, I benefited from so many small acts of kindness that connected me to the larger industry, because being from here, of course, was isolating. And it started with Stephen Stone, who said to me, yes, let's hear it for Stephen. He's helped many of us. I tried to hire him to do Sloan's Geffen record deal, and he went, no, you can do it. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. He's like, I'll help you, it's fine. And he gave me an office at McCarthy's, a boardroom. He's like, come and sit with me and we'll go through it and it'll be fine. And then for the next many years, Stephen was always there if I needed advice and basically trained me. Vinny Cincomani taught me all about touring and the real importance of live music to artists. Dean Cameron taught me about Made in Canada, which became so important to me. And he put me on the board of CARIS initially. Ross Reynolds and Randy Lennox helped me set up Sloan with their own label, which seems kind of an obvious thing now, but back then it was unheard of for an artist to hold and own 100% of their own record rights, and Ross helped with that. And while this is an individual recognition, we all know this is a team sport, and I've had great people with me over the years, starting with Mickey Quace, managing the Rankins. Sherry Jones and I worked on many projects together, including building the infrastructure for the ECMAs. Mike Nelson and Colin McKenzie with Sloan, and over the past 18 years, I've had the pleasure of working with Robbie Lackritz. And through all of it, Dave Jones has been my right-hand finance guy for over 30 years. We basically learned the financial side of the music business together. He built the model for the Star Maker Fund, and it's this kind of teamwork behind the scenes that often goes unnoticed. Speaking of Star Maker, there is an important connection between CARIS and the Star Maker Fund because I met Ross Davies while I was on the board of CARIS. In 2001, Ross called me to meet Sylvie Courtemanche from the CAB to help build this new thing called the Star Maker Fund. They weren't sure how it would work, but they had $21 million and 7 years to spend it. We handed out the first $1 million that year, and here we are 23 years later with over $170 million distributed to artists. Now, Sylvie Courtemanche was instrumental guiding us through those first few years, and in particular taught me all about the CRTC and broadcast regulation. And with new funding coming from Bill C-11 on the horizon, we all hope, I am pleased, there's no hints there for the Minister of Heritage or anything. I'm pleased to announce that we have retooled and streamlined the fund with a new website launching in April and a new name, the Canadian Star Maker Fund. Since in the future, we will not be funded exclusively by radio broadcasters anymore. Of course, Star Maker would not have succeeded without Rachel Oldfield managing everything for the first 15 years, and Jerry Leibowitz and Michelle Ferris defining the operations today. Behind the scenes, there were people like Susan Wheeler who guided me through various radio reviews and kept me connected to the broadcast industry. Most importantly, we've had and continue to have amazing board members who have been very active and engaged all through the years and really are largely responsible for the success of the fund. I also want to acknowledge Meg and all the staff at Factor for doing such a great job. Because they do so well supporting the independent music industry, it gives Star Maker the freedom and flexibility to focus on our touring and vital Orion program. There is no one fund that can do it all, and we all work together as part of a funding ecosystem. In conclusion, you're welcome. I just want to say, never underestimate the little acts of kindness that you can provide as an industry. We don't have the market size and the money of bigger markets, so we need to rely on each other. And with the amazing talent that we have in Canada and our ingenuity and innovation, I have great confidence in the future of our industry. And apparently, you don't need to move to Toronto to be part of it. Thank you again.
On one thing Chip just said about little acts of kindness. When I was 17 years old, Chip negotiated my first record deal for free. So I've been in the back trying to figure out what interest is on 67 years. Anyway, congratulations, Chip. That award is so well deserved. Everybody, another round of applause for that man. What a gem. Okay, moving along, our next category is a really big one, Songwriter of the Year, presented by SOCAN. And here to help us present the award tonight, welcome to the stage, SOCAN Chief Executive Officer Jennifer Brown and 5-time Juno nominee and multi-platinum artist and unbelievable singer, Lauren Spencer-Smith.
Good evening, everyone. It is great to be back celebrating with you all. Songwriters have the unique ability to have a lasting impact on our lives and our culture. And having the opportunity to award that artistry holds a special place for everyone at SOCAN.
Songwriter of the Year recognizes not just a hit song, but the stories, the emotions, and the journeys behind the songs. And tonight, we recognize the craftsmanship of some of Canada's most gifted songwriters.
SOCAN is honored once again to present the Juno Award for Songwriter of the Year. Here are the nominees.
Songwriter of the Year presented by SOCAN. Serving more than 185,000 songwriter, composer, and music publisher members, SOCAN advocates for fair compensation through ethical and legal music licenses and passionately strives for a fairer future for music creators and publishers. Allison Russell, AYSANABEE, Charlotte Cardin, Jason Brando, and Lubalin, Nicholas Durocher and Connor Riddell, William Prince.
And the Juno goes to... I'm going to say it wrong. I'm so sorry. AYSANABEE.
So much on a memory.
That's a new one. I grew up in a trailer in northern Ontario without electricity and running water, and now I'm here. That's why. For those that know me, know that I don't write speeches. I wrote a speech, but there's not time for it, so you don't get it. All the meaningful and profound things I would have said. I'm just going to skip to the most important part, though. Recognition of the people that helped bring me here. Amanda Rayam Shoshone-Kish, who founded the first Indigenous and female-owned record label in the country. Stephanie Purificati, who books me around the country. Hilker Kudis, who helped make my first record and tell my grandfather's story. And of course, Aaron Kinghorn, Abby Barclay, Derek Kaufman, Charlie McLean, Kyla Charter, Raven, Sean, Beth, Ali, Devin, Gina, Nick, Miles, Scott, Bronwyn, Kayla, Aileen, and everyone at Universal Music. Thank you so much for believing in me and for bringing me here.
Never lost so much on a memory.
What a great win tonight. Shout out to Ishkode Records, the first record label owned by Indigenous women, distributed by a major label in this country. Huge win. All right. Okay, here are your nominees for Traditional Indigenous Artist or Group of the Year.
Traditional Indigenous Artist or Group of the Year. Joel Wood, Nimki and the Ninnies, the Barehead Sisters, the Red River Ramblers, Young Scouts.
And the winner of the Juno for Traditional Indigenous Artist or Group of the Year goes to Joel Wood.
Tanse miguna kamusagna ni siga sun muskuchi sego ni just pune kochinia. Oh man, I'm just so thankful. I did not have a speech. I just came for the food. I want to recognize my beautiful wife who's included on this entire album. Wouldn't have been possible without her. I want to recognize my parents back home, Steve Wood, Hilda Wood, back in Musqueam, Treaty 6 territory. I want to recognize Grey Willow Studios down in Fort Yates, Standing Rock, Res. And I want to give a shout out to all those little Res boys, Res girls back home who turn over their mom's laundry basket and they jam them powwow songs, them Sundance songs, them prayer songs. This is for all of them back home, so I really appreciate that. They didn't play no music yet, so I guess I got a little bit more time. Can I say something? Exemaga muestras. Hi, hi. Thank you.
Our next award is Metal Hard Music Album of the Year.
Metal Hard Music Album of the Year. CRYPTOPSY, Danko Jones, Cataclysm, Ken Moat, Voivod.
And the Juno Award goes to CRYPTOPSY. Couldn't be here tonight because, to quote their social media page, the unquestionable blasphemy tour continues to decimate in Europe. So rage on, boys, rage on. We will all be raging on together because this show is going to wrap up so fast. It's going to be over before you know it. You're going to be so happy. I'm going to accept this award on your behalf. Up next is Recording Engineer of the Year. Most of these nominees are seeing sunlight for the first time. Here they are.
Recording Engineer of the Year. Dennis Tugis, George Sierra, Maddie Green, Serban Genya, Sean Everett. Recording Engineer of the Year.
And the winner is, oh yeah, this is awesome. Sean Everett, everybody, the secret Canadian of this country.
That's 'cause I used to be young. Take one, pour it out, it's not worth crying about the things you can't erase. Like tattoos and regrets, words I never meant, the ones that got away.
I did see Sean Everett here earlier. What I will ask for you, if you think there is a slight possibility you might win an award, just, you know, stand at attention a little bit more, because I'm living out every nightmare I have ever had in my life. I'm standing in front of the entire music industry in a gown, holding on to a Juno Award that is not mine. So do me a favor and get up to the stage for the love and honor of God. Okay. Congratulations to Sean Everett. I accept this award on your behalf. And honestly, if we can talk about that War on Drugs record later, all will be forgiven. All right. Okay, now we would like to honor the artists and professionals that we have lost over the past year. These people were our friends, our colleagues, and our mentors. Stan Cleese, co-founder of the Juno Awards, was all of these things and more. He was a champion of Canadian music. He, along with the great Walt GREALIS, co-founder, built the foundation that CARIS now stands on. And his warm, generous spirit infuses every word and note you hear tonight. We would not be here without him. Now, here to pay tribute to those lives and legacies we shall never forget. I said this last night at the Songwriter Circle. I hope you all have seatbelts because you're about to take off. Here is Canadian breakout star, Begonia.
Time floats like a butterfly, stings like salt water in my eyes. And I used to recognize that on one hand it could be so nice, and I felt all right, but now I need to find me a comfort or somebody to sit and ask if I'm being honest with myself. Swore I felt you in the breeze. Now all I see are the leaves in the trees. It's funny how we find relief when I just wanted to be seen. Chipped my tooth at the swimming pool, memorized the golden rule. All the memories of our lives, I think about them all the time, and I need to find me more words to tell the stories of all the times that I loved without a fear or worry. like a butterfly.
Begonia, thank you so much for such a moving tribute and performance. You were phenomenal. I don't know if you saw that last quote on the screen from Bruce Guthrie. It's not just audiences that Bruce touched with his songs. He also mentored and encouraged countless artists to pursue their dreams, including his own children. And the effect of that generosity will reverberate forever. And now I want to welcome to the stage two people who are going to be doing a very special tribute to someone who has touched pretty much everybody in this audience, someone we loved very much. Please welcome to the stage YouTube's Director of Independent Music, Edward Costello, and Music Partnerships Lead for Canada, Gabriel Obadia.
Thank you. That was an absolutely beautiful performance. Last year, we lost a colleague, a mentor, and most importantly, a friend in Andrew Lindsay. Andrew was a staple of the Canadian music scene, and I know many in this room worked with him and had the privilege of seeing him in real life for many, many years. From his beginnings as an artist to his time at Sony, and later with us at YouTube. Beyond his talent, warmth, and leadership, what we remember the most about him was his love and dedication to music. It's been an honor to know him and work alongside him. And to mark Andrew's legacy in music, we're honored to kick off a program on his behalf and on behalf of his wife, Shelley, together with Music Counts, funding a program in his hometown of Burlington, Ontario. This program will allow Kilbride Music School to revive their music curriculum and provide new instruments to their students. Andrew's legacy will live on the careers he championed, and in the next generation of artists, Music Counts helps to support. Thank you.
And now for the award. One powerful single can define an artist's year. They can find their way to the spotlight and earn global recognition. At YouTube, we've seen firsthand how the power of fandom can change the course of an artist's future, and we're proud to be the place where artists can build deep relationships with their fans and music careers. It's my pleasure to present the award for Single of the Year. Here are the nominees.
Single of the Year presented by YouTube. YouTube is proud to be a partner to the music industry and continue to help artists build sustainable careers on the platform. Confetti, Charlotte Cardin. Always, Daniel Caesar. Pretty Girl Era, Lou Kala. A Little Bit Happy, Top. Greedy, Tate McCrae.
The winner of the Juno for Single of the Year is Tate McCrae. Tate McCrae couldn't make it here tonight, so we'll accept the award on her behalf. Thank you. Merci.
Hey, congratulations and thank you, Gabriel and Edward. Now, here are the nominees for Contemporary Christian Gospel Album of the Year.
Contemporary Christian Gospel Album of the Year. Brooke Nichols, Joshua Leventhal, Kay Anthony, Sterling John, Tuzi.
winner of the Juno for Contemporary Christian Gospel Album of the Year is Kay Anthony.
To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. I'm a country boy from Falmouth, Jamaica. Never in my wildest imagination I would have thought that I would be on this stage. I want to thank my wife, Camelia, for standing by my side, my daughter, Nia, my other daughter, Nyla, my son, Noah, my mom, and my dad, and my brother, who I know is watching, Beverly Fowler, Rallin Fowler, David Fowler, Josh, Kevin Weinbarger, Derek, Chris Jackson, all of the LMR, all of the persons who made this possible. Thank you. Thank you.
I get it, it's exciting. It's easy to forget that you gotta exit stage right. I get it, it's all right. And next, the Juno Award for Adult Contemporary Album of the Year. Your nominees are
Adult Contemporary Album of the Year, Amanda Marshall, Banners, Josh Sahunta, Luca Fogale, Steph La Rochelle.
And the Juno goes to Amanda Marshall.
Well, look at how it all turned out. I hope she cheats on
Amanda
you
couldn't
with
be
a
here tonight, no doubt. She's preparing for her huge summer comeback tour. Her last Juno nomination was in 2003, proving you can't keep a great artist down, and don't try to. It's an honor to accept this award on her behalf.
Now that I'm without you.
Congratulations, Amanda Marshall, wherever you are. Now, here are your nominees for Jazz Album of the Year, Solo.
Jazz Album of the Year, Solo. Christine Jensen, Jean-Tian MG, Jocelyn Gould, Noam Lemish, Russ Macklem.
And now the Juno Award for Jazz Album of the Year Solo goes to Christine Jensen.
Thank you so much. This means the world to me. I dedicate this album to an old friend of mine who is from the 60s Scoop. Her name's Michelle, and she's not with us anymore, so thank you for her for supporting me in my dream of playing jazz on the saxophone. And thank you to my band, incredible musicians in Montreal, Steve Amiro, Jim Doxis, and Adrian Vidati, and my producer, Paul Johnston, my management, Heidi Fleming, and big thank you to Jim West, who is celebrating 40 years of making jazz records in Canada and for supporting me along with Factor. So thank you very much.
To present our next award, please welcome the 2023 World Class Bartender of the Year, Jacob Martin.
Well, this beats closing down the bar on a Saturday night. My goodness, look at this room. From 1928 to 1971, Pier 21 in Halifax was the first step that many immigrants took on Canadian soil, including my own family. To celebrate this amazing history, I've created a special cocktail, Pier 21, using the finest Don Julio Blanco tequila. So, let's raise a glass to the Junos and to all the new Canadians who make this country fabulous. Now, let's take a moment to look at your nominees for Rap Album of the Year.
Rap Album EP of the Year. Baby No Money. Connor Price. Havaya Mighty. Katramine. TOBi.
And the Juno Award for Rap Album of the Year goes to TOBi.
Wow. We made this album with a lot of love. We made this album with a lot of love for humanity and for the marginalized people of the world. I want to say thank you to my producer, Alex Goose, and I actually want to dedicate this award to his father who transitioned while we were making the album. And I want to show my respect to the marginalized people, like I said, because I'm gonna use this time to say, as we liberate the least of us, we liberate all of us. So we gotta keep that in mind. Thank you so much. Love.
I measure time and memories. Where were you when the towers fell? I was 7, sitting at home. Auntie bust through the door in a frenzy.
Congratulations once again, TOBi. Come on, leave some for the rest of us. It's my honor to welcome here to the stage Nova Scotia's Deputy Premier, who is responsible for the arts and music sectors in his additional role as Minister of Communities, Culture, Tourism, and Heritage. That's a lot of jobs. The Honorable Alan McMaster.
Good evening, everyone, and especially to those of you who give us the gift of music. On behalf of Premier Tim Houston and the province of Nova Scotia, thank you to all the nominees and the winners. Your music is important because it helps people to heal from a lost love, to let loose after a tough week on the job, to make that long drive feel a little bit shorter, to have that warm, romantic feeling at just the right moment. Is there anybody feeling that in here tonight? I can tell you there's a few of you that look like you're feeling pretty romantic tonight. What you do matters, and tonight we honor you for it. Since we're celebrating, let's not forget those who accompany you on this path. The family, the partner, friends, sometimes just that one single person who sees you where you want to go. This evening, we are united with incredible artists, talents from different cultures, with every type of music, and from every province in Canada. Whether you are reaching for the stars or whether you are already at the top, tonight we celebrate your journey. And to close, I want to wish best wishes to our local nominees, Barbara Hannigan, JAH'MILA, Mark Jokic, Matt Anderson, Mike Murley, Morgan Toney, and Rich O'Coin. It's been a great evening, everyone. I hope you continue to enjoy it. Take care.
Deputy Premier McMaster. And now to present our next award, please welcome from Sirius XM Canada, Jeff Leake.
For their continued support of Canada's artists, I am proud to present this career-defining award on behalf of SiriusXM Canada. Here are your nominees for the 2024 Artist of the Year.
Artist of the Year presented by SiriusXM Canada. SiriusXM is committed to providing a leading platform and support for Canadian artists through its significant financial contributions and North American-wide reach. Charlotte Cardin, Daniel Caesar, Lauren Spencer Smith, Shania Twain, Tate McRae.
And the Juno goes to Tate McRae. This is written down, so I'm going to read it as it is. Tate McRae, make sure your Juno shelf is fastened into a stud, not just the drywall, because it will have to hold 2 Juno Awards. Congrats. Hey, congrats to everybody who's crushing it. I mean, it means a lot. I'll slide this into her DMs.
Congratulations to Tate McRae. Now let's learn a little bit about SiriusXM's support of Music Counts, a crucial program for developing young and diverse talent. Let's take a look at the video.
CARIS is about celebrating and elevating Canadian artists from their beginnings in school music programs to the Juno Awards stage, all the way through to the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. And SiriusXM Canada has been with us on this mission every step of the way. For over 17 years, SiriusXM has contributed more than $4 million to CARIS and Music Counts, sharing our vision of supporting Canadian artists. They've helped revive the Comedy Album of the Year Award, and for the last 7 years have sponsored categories like Artist of the Year, Group of the Year, and Rap Album of the Year. And they've made a huge difference in our charitable arm, Music Counts.
Music Counts has had a huge impact on our programs. They really get it. They understand how hard it is for nonprofit organizations who are often working with really tight budgets, and there's often no funds for things like equipment and instruments. Thanks to Music Counts support, all of our young people have amazing instruments and professional gear that they can use to support them in their own creative journeys.
SiriusXM has been a dedicated partner in helping Music Counts fulfill its mission to make music education accessible, sustainable, and inclusive. They've given almost $2 million to Music Counts and have recently stepped up to become the presenting sponsor of Music Counts' community granting program. To kick off this partnership, SiriusXM made a splash by hosting the Soundwaves pop-up shop with Cardinal Officiel, where we gave away hundreds of free instruments to kids in Toronto's Parkdale neighborhood. Thanks to SiriusXM's commitment to Music Counts, dozens of community groups nationwide will have the instruments and resources they need to help thousands of kids make music when they wouldn't otherwise have the chance.
The Soundwave pop-up shop, oh my goodness, this was an incredible life-changing opportunity for so many of our young people. Not only did they get a chance to receive their own free instruments free of charge, they just got an experience that I know they will never ever forget. We know that music not only helps to build skills to express yourself, but it's an opportunity really for young people to gain access to resources, support their mental health and well-being, build confidence, and connect and collaborate with other musicians. There's nothing like that.
Music Counts is able to achieve this impact thanks to partners like SiriusXM stepping up and demonstrating their support of music education.
Like CARIS, SiriusXM champions Canadian artists and their music. So thank you to SiriusXM Canada for being such a great partner and helping us recognize our artists' achievements through the Juno Awards.
Okay, you know how usually you meet a celebrity and they're way shorter than you think they're going to be? Well, this next presenter is about 5 feet taller than I thought he was going to be. My neck hurts from looking up at him. Please welcome to the stage multi-award-winning Canadian music icon, producer, A&R executive, and philanthropist, Cardinal Offishall.
All right. There's no doubt that getting the chance to partner with SiriusXM Canada and Music Counts was one of the highlights of my year. For one day only, we surprised kids from Toronto's Parkdale neighborhood and the GTA with a brand new instrument free of charge. It was an unforgettable event and an incredibly important cause. Those kids that I met and all the youth across the country funded by our Music Counts programs are the future ambassadors of Canadian art and will be spreading our culture across the globe. And the work continues. I'm here to announce that the applications for the SiriusXM Soundwaves Music Counts Community Fund are now open. If you can cheer for that for sure. If you know of a community group or not-for-profit who needs instruments, hit up musiccounts.ca. A big shout out to SiriusXM, a big shout out to Music Counts and the Junos. These programs wouldn't be possible without your support. So finally, just want to say big up and thank you.
Okay, earlier when Sean Everett won his award, he was in media, and through the powers of my own manifestation, he is back. And we're going to invite him to come up on stage very quickly. Just, make a run for it, Sean. Look at you. Let's all look at Sean instead of looking at me. Congratulations. Look at you. Worth the wait, Sean, worth the wait. Congratulations.
Thank you. God, thanks. It's cool to win the award twice in one this award twice in one evening. Thank you so much. I forgot to thank my incredible manager, Lizée, who's really changed my life. So I just want to make sure that she gets a shout out in Brooklyn. And thanks again to my parents and my sweet daughter, Shoko, if she's watching, and my wife, Bellica, back at home. And thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful Juno evening. Thank you. Thanks for letting me get this award. Thank you.
All right, now here are this year's nominees for Underground Dance Single of the Year.
Underground Dance Single of the Year. Blondish, DJ Karaba, Lost Boy J, Peach, Small Town DJs.
And the Juno winner for Underground Dance Single of the Year is Blondish. Okay, Blondish can't be here because she's playing a show on the dullest place on earth, South Beach, Miami. So I will accept this award on her behalf. Okay, the Juno nominees for Jazz Album of the Year group are
Jazz Album of the Year group: Alison Au with the Migrations Ensemble, Canadian Jazz Collective, Hilario Duran and his Latin Jazz Big Band, Mike Murley and Mark Eisenman Quartet, Nick McLean Quartet featuring Brown Man Ali.
And the Juno Award for Jazz Album of the Year group goes to Hilario Duran and his Latin Jazz Big Band.
Thank you so much to Cara, thank you so much to Universal Music Canada, Alma Record, and I want to thank from the bottom of my heart to Peter Cardinale for trusting me once more, and to Peter Cardinale, to John Bailey, our sound engineer, for this wonderful work, and Jake Thomas, the videographer, he makes like a really great videos. And yes, I want to thank all the musicians in the album, the Latin Jazz Big Band, Mr. Paquito de Rivera, Horacio Negro Hernandez, and the winners OKAN, Elizabeth Rodriguez and Madelis. And yes, before I leave, I want to thank also Roberto Kipinti for helping me around 2006 to put my first big band in Canada, to put it together. Thanks to him. And thanks to all my family, to my mom, to my sister, my daughter, and most to my wife, Christy, for her support and her love, unconditionally. Thanks to Canada.
You know, I think that's the mark of a real musician. Hilario heard the music, and he didn't think I got to stop. He was like, God, I got some wind beneath my wings to keep going. I love it. Okay, let's take a look at your nominees for Contemporary R&B Recording of the Year.
Contemporary R&B Recording of the Year. Aquila, Daniel Caesar, John Vinyl, Nonso Amadi, Shay Leah.
Juno Award for Contemporary R&B Recording of the Year goes to Daniel Caesar. Okay, Daniel Caesar is here in spirit, but not in body. He might be microdosing somewhere, so I will accept this award on his behalf. Okay, the Contemporary Indigenous Artist or Group of the Year is presented by Destination Indigenous. Please welcome to the stage Métis writer and producer who is the creative manager of Destination Indigenous and the executive editor of Nations magazine, Zane Buchanan.
Destination Indigenous is a global leader in Indigenous tourism and is proud to lend their support to Indigenous creators, artists, and musicians from coast to coast to coast. As a proud member of the Métis Nation, it is my honor to present the Contemporary Indigenous Artist or Group of the Year on their behalf. And the nominees are
Contemporary Indigenous Artist or Group of the Year, presented by Destination Indigenous, sharing authentic, memorable, and enriching Indigenous experiences from coast to coast to coast. AYSANABEE, Blue Moon Marquee, 82nd, Shawnee Kish, Zoom.
All right, and the Juno Award goes to ELIZÉE.
I speak very slowly, so I'll be very quick. To all the nominees, amazing artists, to Bon Sound, OPAC, Team OPAC, et toutes les filles là-bas, la NICOLE, merci beaucoup. I dedicate this album to my uncles, to my family in Salut Nunavik, Inuktitut album is not just a cover album. It tells a story of 3 decades in such a short time. We were nomads, and then we had to settle to communities. And I think music was very important, and I just want to mention this because I'm not just an artist. Actually, artist in Inuktitut doesn't even have a name, because we're all creators, we're all meant to be free, yes? So this is to my uncles, Saglak band. They formed a rock and roll band after their residential schools, and they pretty much formed me. They made me who I am, curious and a bit rock at times, but also I take the time to try to tell meaningful stories. So, and I just want to mention Joe Grass, who's a producer and arranger for this album. So, nakorme marelog ino hatikatu sayit. Merci beaucoup. Merci.
Next up, your nominees for Blues Album of the Year.
Blues Album of the Year. Blackburn Brothers, Blue Moon Marquee, Brandon Isaac, Matt Anderson, Michael Jerome Brown.
All right, and the Juno for Blues Album of the Year goes to Blue Moon Marquee.
Thank you so much. We did not plan to win at all. The nominees are so wonderful. Everyone, I'm kind of speechless right now. I just want to thank Eric Nielsen for producing, Ken Sims, Think Tank Production, Duke Robillard for coming up and playing with us.
That's right. All the players who played with us on this album, Darcy Phillips, Jerry Cook, Paul Pagat, Eric Nielsen, who co-produced this with us. He's a hell of an engineer, an amazing musician. His name should definitely be known. And also, I really want to acknowledge with deep, deep gratitude and respect the Indigenous and Black artists who are the original creators of this genre we call blues, and the profound impact that it's had on all these genres that we're all celebrating tonight. And a lot of the female pioneers who helped create Mildred Bailey, Memphis Minnie, Ma Rainey, Bessie Smith, they have still not gotten their due, and this is all for them.
Thank you.
The nominees for Album Artwork of the Year.
Album Artwork of the Year. Caroline de Bellefeuille, Jessica Ledoux, Mali Savachia Il, Veronique Lafortune, Leor Wild, Heather Goodchild, Colby Richardson, Colin Fletcher, Sarah Melvin, Kit King, Vanessa Hines, Nicolas Lemieux, Michael Nelson, Albert Zabli, Quentin Nice, Brody Metcalf, Davis Graham, Kaylee Smoke.
And the Juno goes to Nicholas Lemieux, Michael Nelson, and Albert Zabli. Nicholas, Michael, and Albert couldn't make it tonight, so I will accept this award on their behalf. I might even put it in my living room if no one's stops me. Our next performer comes to us from the Alan Slate Juno Masterclass program. Now, past performers at this event have included Neon Dreams, Mono Whales, Fortunate Ones, Jesse Gold, and K-Boy, to name a few. Joining us tonight is Montreal singer-songwriter LILI-ANN DeFrancesco. Please make her feel welcome.
I'ma be the girl, I'ma be the girl, I'ma be the girl that you can't get over. I'ma be the girl, I'ma be the girl, I'ma be the girl, I'ma be the girl, I'ma be the girl that you can't get over. Found this Polaroid, I kinda wanna burn it, 'cause you showed me that our love's disposable. And I can't recognize myself, I'm smiling in the picture next to someone who I thought I used to know. I'm so tired, being taken for granted, oh fine. Quiet on the floor, if we're done, then say so. How you gonna leave like that? Call yourself a man, couldn't get me closure. Is that what you wanted? Kill what you started. If you're gonna leave like that, then I'ma be the girl that you can't get over. I'ma be the girl. I'ma be the girl that you can't get over. Give it 6 months, boy, I know that you'll be on it. I don't care how bad you want it, won't call back. No, you don't deserve this. I know that I'll make you nervous, and by the time you hear this, I know where I won't be. Quiet on the floor, if we're done, then say so. How you gonna leave like that? Call yourself a man, couldn't get me closure. Is that what you wanted? Kill what you started. If you're gonna leave like that, then I'ma be the girl that you can't get over. I'm so tired. I'ma be the girl. Crying on the floor, if we're done, then say so. Nah, is that what you wanted? Kill what you started. And I'ma be the girl that you can't get over. Quiet on the floor, if we're done, then say so. How you gonna leave like that? Call yourself a man, couldn't get me closure. Is that what you wanted? Kill what you started. If you're gonna leave like that, then I'ma be the girl that you can't get over. I'ma be the girl that you can't get over. Then I'ma be the girl, I'ma be the girl, I'ma be the girl. I'ma be the girl that you can't get over.
Thank you.
What a phenomenal, truly amazing Juno debut. Give it up for her one more time. Fantastic. Now, here are your nominees for Pop Album of the Year.
Pop Album of the Year. Charlotte Cardin, Lauren Spencer Smith, Rev, Shania Twain, Valley.
And the Juno goes to Charlotte Cardin.
find me in the club.
Thank you. I made this album with my friends, and so I want to share this with my friends who poured their heart and their art into this record with me. Jason Brando, je t'aime, merci beaucoup. Lou Berlin, thank you so much for your friendship. Mathieu, Sam, thank you so much to my band, Maddie Denley, Laurie Chouinard, and my girls at Cult Nation. I'm so proud of what we made together. This is really, really special to me. And special thanks to everyone at Atlantic Records, Sony, The Orchard, and Cult Nation. This is so cool. Thank you. Merci.
And now on to the Juno nominees for Vocal Jazz Album of the Year.
Vocal Jazz Album of the Year. Alex Bird and Ewan Farncombe. Katie George and Mark Limaker. Danielle Basels. Dominique FILS-AIMÉ. Lila Bialy.
And the Juno Award for Vocal Jazz Album of the Year goes to Dominique FILS-AIMÉ.
So I feel like if I prepare a speech, I won't win. So I have a manager who gave me a list of people, which is a good start. But before that, I just want to share with you the fact that I do believe art can shift and shape culture. And as we come together tonight, and the world is quite divided, I would like to invite you to choose as a purpose and as an intention in your art to unite and to share love, because we need more of it. Thank you. I'm so not ready. Okay. Thank you to Enso Records. I know I don't have a lot of time. Jacques, Kevin, my manager, my mom. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Peer Music, Maison Fauve, Catherine, Benoît, je vous aime, Station Bleue, Suzanne, O'Grady, Six Media, Cara, Soken, Factor, and all the amazing artists who inspire me. Elisa P, I love you. Jeremy Dutcher, I love you. Begonia, I love you. Thank you all.
And now, here are the Juno nominees for Dance Recording of the Year.
Dance Recording of the Year. Dom Dalla and Nelly Furtado. Dubs, Jeremiah and Skate. Felix Cartel and Karen Harding. Frank Walker. Loud Luxury and Dubs.
And the winner is Felix Cartel and Karen Harding. Felix Cartel couldn't join us tonight because he is performing at Miami Music Week, but I will accept this award on his behalf. To present the award for Adult Alternative Album of the Year, presented by Long and McQuaid, welcome reggae fusion artist and first-time Juno nominee, Omega Mighty.
Long and McQuaid is a friend to all musicians, and it's my honor to present this award on their behalf. And the nominees for the Adult Alternative Album of the Year are
Adult Alternative Album of the Year presented by Long & McQuaid Musical Instruments. Long & McQuaid is celebrating their 68th year in business and has been a fixture in the Canadian music industry since 1956. Begonia, Feist, Hayden, Jeremy Dutcher, Shawnee Kish.
The winner of the Juno for Adult Alternative Album of the Year is Fife.
Am I going to be the first tears of the night, maybe? I want to say that Multitudes began at its inception and will always remain in my heart a live project. It was a tour that after shows and shows and shows and shows and shows through the pandemic, and coming out of the pandemic, and then it eventually became an album, and the people who made that tour helped me close the gap between making art and what life actually is. And I'll be forever grateful for my collaborators, Heather Goodchild, Sarah Melvin, Colby Richardson, Robbie Lackritz, Jeremy Knowles. I want to say thank you so much to everyone who came to those shows, because you gave me the balls to show up to myself in a way that I hadn't before. Thank you so much. Good night.
Who's got the
Please welcome back Julie Nasrallah.
Time for you to meet the nominees for Classical Album of the Year, Small Ensemble. Le moment est venu de faire place aux nominés dans la catégorie Album classique de l'année, Petit Ensemble.
Classical Album of the Year, Small Ensemble. Andrew Armstrong and James Ennis. Angèle Dubois and La Pietà. Chang Squared Duo. Constantinople. Les Barracuda.
The Juno Award for Classical Album of the Year, Small Ensemble goes to le prix Juno pour le meilleur album classique de l'année, Petit Ensemble, est remis à Constantinople. Constantinople could not be here tonight because they will be on tour in Europe, so I am happy to accept this on their behalf. Thank you. C'est une grande joie de présenter le Juno pour l'album francophone de l'année. It is a great joy of mine to present the Juno for Francophone Album of the Year. Les nominés sont
Album francophone de l'année. Fouki. Carquois. Les Cowboys fringants et l'Orchestre symphonique de Montréal. Salbar. Soldier.
L'album francophone de l'année, le Juno, est remis à les Cowboys fringants et l'Orchestre symphonique de Montréal.
Bonsoir, good evening. Thank you so much. It is truly appreciated. We would like to thank the fantastic musicians of the Montreal Symphonic Orchestra, the guest voices of Dominique Côté and Karina Gauvin, the fantastic direction of chefs Simon Leclerc. Alors, merci infiniment et salutations, félicitations aux autres nommés et aux amis du Québec. Thank you.
Now, here are your nominees for Classical Album of the Year, Solo Artist. Voici maintenant les finalistes pour l'album classique de l'année, Solo.
Classical Album of the Year Solo Artist. Barbara Hannigan, James Ennis, Marc-André Hamelin, Matt Heimovitz, Suzy Leblanc.
And the Juno goes to, et le Juno est remis à James Ennis. James Ennis could not join us tonight as he's performing at the Mendelssohn Hall in Santa Monica, California. What a slacker, huh? Thank you. I will accept this award on his behalf. Well, how's the evening going? Come on. Come on. It's a great night. C'était un plaisir d'être ici et de partager ce moment avec vous. Merci. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to share this evening with you all tonight. And now to present the award for Alternative Album of the Year, please welcome the President and CEO of CBC Radio-Canada, Catherine Tate.
What a night. And what a thrill to be here in Halifax, my adopted hometown, to salute the very best music talent in Canada. Et quel plaisir de célébrer les talents musicaux de notre pays parmi les meilleurs au monde dans plusieurs langues. The CBC is honored to partner with CARIS to bring Canadians the Juno Awards each year. It's a brilliant partnership built on a shared commitment to nurture and showcase the very best musical talent from across Canada, not just tonight or not just this week, but 365 days a year. Every day, your public broadcaster, CBC Radio-Canada, shines a spotlight on artists, established, new, and emerging, from across the country, across all genres, on radio, online, and live. So tonight, in recognition of the very best in alternative music in Canada, the nominees for Alternative Album of the Year are
Alternative Album of the Year. AYSANABEE, Dizzy, Leith Ross, Soft Cult, Talk.
And the winner of the Juno for Alternative Album of the Year is AYSANABEE.
You know, I pulled out that piece of paper and I forgot to thank my manager, Jen Zucdeo, for answering my calls at all hours of the night when I have a funky idea. You know, one thing I want to recognize is that this is the most Indigenous artist that have ever been nominated. So if you guys can stand up and be seen. You know, it was Indigenous women who opened the door for me, so I'm going to try and take those hinges off and bring you all with me, so thank you so much. Miigwech.
Does he speak to you? Say everything right. 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 Does he speak to you? Say everyth
Hello, 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 we're back. We're back together and we are better than ever.
Here's the thing, okay, when they asked us to do this gig, I was in the room last year when this dinner ended promptly at 9, and everybody looked at each other and said, what in the heck is going on here? Is this really over? Because traditionally this night can go long. And now we're in a position where we did such a good job that they're not ready for us.
They're not ready yet. So we're here to vamp. Let's talk about stuff. Who's drunk?
Okay, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about the GOAT, Nelly Furtado.
Absolutely. The icon.
Nelly Furtado is hosting the Juno Awards tomorrow night, and she gets to see the top of the mountain for a second time. There is a career trajectory for someone who becomes very, very successful, and oftentimes you're so busy doing press, you're so busy doing all of the things, including working out and taking care of a baby, which is what Nelly Furtado was doing when my band Shay opened up for her a couple years ago. Whatever. Anyway, a while ago. Oh, wow, we're wrapped up.
Now
I got to
they're
finish my
ready.
story, though. Just let me, I'm talking to the guy in my ear. I got to finish the story. Anyway, so she gets to the top of the mountain, but she doesn't get to enjoy it because she's so busy. How often do you see artists who get the opportunity to get to the top of the mountain a second time? A woman. Give a round of applause to the GOAT, Nelly Furtado, tomorrow night.
Not only is she the GOAT for all of that, but she taught me how to spell promiscuous. Okay. And right into the nominees for Contemporary Roots Album of the Year.
Contemporary Roots Album of the Year. Allison Russell, Good Lovelies, Julian Taylor, Logan Stats, William Prince.
And the Juno Award for Contemporary Roots Album of the Year goes to William Prince.
When you miss someone, tears you apart and then some. When you miss someone love. Is the silence quiet or loud? A lifetime of questions, lost and profound, refreshing to a silhouette. Trees on the ground here in front of me. When you miss someone, tears you apart and then some. When you miss someone.
Thank you so much, everybody. Most importantly, to my fellow nominees who are so incredible in the art that they make. I'm honored to be here and sharing this with you all. Thank you. Thank you to all the incredible women who take care of my life over at 6 Shooter Records. Shauna DeCarte, Helen Britton. Last time I was here, I forgot to thank my beautiful son Wyatt. So I just want to thank him, and to the reason I stand in the joy so confidently, to Alicia Grace for being so incredible to me, my fiance, and just my family, and again, all the youth of the Peguis First Nation. It takes a real village to lift somebody like myself so high. So thank you so much for this honor, and stand in the joy, my friends. Stand in the joy.
Is the moon shining bright where you are? Is it even shining at all? Running like a white line down the middle of some
And if
old.
you're curious how all these winners are decided, some awards presented this evening are based in whole or in part on sales and streaming information compiled by Luminate, the entertainment industry's most essential data partner. Thank you, Luminate. Now let's get back to the performance stage. Hailing from Mississauga, Ontario, this R&B artist has already racked up 60 million global streams, and 3 Juno nominations. Performing her hit song, Hello, let's give a warm welcome to AKILA.
Falling in love with who I am. I don't have time for anything that's gonna harm me. It may be hard to understand. Words have the power to empower or destroy me. I'm looking in the inside now, claiming what I lost and found. I'm on this journey, returning to the old me. So I can fix your lonely. I gotta fix the whole me now. Don't need no one to hold me, but only if you can hold me down. Some things really happen for the better. I had to take a fall so I could settle. Found my peace and grounding, now I'm leveled. New beginning, hello, yeah, hello, hello. I speak my words but with a pen. All of the thoughts and sentiments that live inside my head. Forgave my pain, I'm born again. I'm in the mood to love every single part of me. Wanna go to a place I could breathe. Got no cares, drift away, c'est la vie. Meant to be, find a way, always be. I believe it's all because you let me down. Went and turned that pain around. And all those dreams you sold me, I can't be the whole dream now. Oh, you only want the old me, yeah. So I can fix your lonely, baby. Gotta fix the whole me now. Don't need no one to hold me. Oh, hold me, only if you can hold me down. Some things really happen for the better. I had to take a fall so I could settle. Found my peace and grounding, now I'm leveled. Okay, hello. Hello there.
So beautiful. That was AKILA. Thank you so much. Okay, guess what? What? There's only a couple awards left. Well, maybe not a couple.
Like
what is 5?
Five
Two?
is basically a couple.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
call
yeah.
it a couple.
Yeah, all right. We're close. You're welcome. Here are the nominees for Instrumental Album of the Year.
Instrumental Album of the Year. Alexandra Streliski, Colin Stetson, Haralabos Harry Staphylakis, Marcus Floats, Meredith Bates.
And the Juno winner for Instrumental Album of the Year is Colin Stetson. Here tonight because he is performing in the Big Ears Jazz Festival in Knoxville, Tennessee, so we will accept this on his behalf. Congratulations. Now, it is my pleasure to present the awards for the Music Video of the Year. Here are your nominees.
Music Video of the Year. Andrew Dezen of Woods and Sea, Alaskan Tapes. Ethan Tobman, Demons, Allison Russell. Jordan Clark, 1-2 Step, featuring Juice Lover, Dezium. Sterling LaRose, Damn Right, Snotty Nose Rez Kids. Sterling LaRose and Zachary Vague, Feral Canadian Scaredy Cat, Young Friend.
And the Juno goes to, oh, this is fantastic. My two girls, Clara and Lily, are home, and they are all about Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour. The man who won this award directed that tour. I'm talking about Allison Russell and Ethan Tobman, people. Put it together. You haven't seen this video. It is unbelievable.
I am obviously not the visual genius filmmaker that Ethan Tobman is. I'm accepting this on his behalf because he was slumming it with me, and he is currently doing some incredible work for Taylor Swift as we speak. So I am so proud of my brother, Ethan, and I want to just give a shout out to all the 90s kids growing up in Canada learning about experimental filmmaking from Much Music. And Ethan talks about that a lot in what he does. So it was a joy, cross-pollination, cross-collaboration. He's my birthday twin. He's a fellow Montréalais. And I am so proud of him. And I'm proud to be an actor in his movie. So I love you, Ethan. Congratulations. This is for you. We'll mail it.
Here are your Juno nominees for Traditional R&B Soul Recording of the Year.
Traditional R&B Soul Recording of the Year. Aquila, Jive, Katie Tupper, Luna L, Realist K.
The Juno for Traditional R&B Soul Recording of the Year goes to Aquila.
I speak my words, but with a pen. All of the thoughts and sentiments that live inside my head. Forgive my pain, I'm born again. I'm in the mood to love every single.
Oh my God. This is heavy. Hold on. I wasn't expecting this. But what? Okay, sorry. I know the music's gonna start playing. I want to thank Ali, the Dreamer, and Evan Miles for making this song with me and taking me out of my comfort zone. It is such a beautiful record, and I'm so glad it resonated with so many people. I want to thank Sony Music Canada. They have been with me since 2021, and they are an amazing team. I want to thank both managers that I've had in my time while making music and with this project. I want to thank my brother, my mom, my dad. They're all watching. My cousin, he's here. And I just want to thank good music. I love good music. I'm a fan of a lot of people in here, and this is just an honor, so thank you.
Falling in love with who I am.
Truly, what an angel. Voice of an angel, face of an angel. But I digress. Here are your nominees for Reggae Recording of the Year.
Reggae Recording of the Year. Amoy, Esco Levi, JAH'MILA, Kirk Diamond and Finn, Omega Mighty.
And the Juno goes to Kirk Diamond and Finn.
At the control, and not the dread is at the control. Now I said the dread is at the control. You're not the dread that take over. One day, I said the dread is at the control. Yeah, and not the dread is at the control. Yeah, I said the dread is at the control. You're not the dread that take over. Yeah, I saw it stay. Now no time to wait. Side 1 to 45. Flip it then participate. You goodly get a dub play. Make you feel the earthquake. We are rockers. Anywhere we play, you feel the bass. So select.
Thank you to the Junos. Thank you to Finn. Big up everybody that was a part of the project. Tiffany Malvo, Lord Fury, Tishi, Movement of RL. Big up Kimberly, Rory.
Big up everybody that was a part of the album. Big up my family. And long live reggae music.
Yeah. Blessings and love. Rastafari.
Wait, Rasta, what are you doing inside there? Hey, Rasta, what the Babylon?
And now for Rock Album of the Year.
Rock Album of the Year. Crownlands, Metric, The Beaches, The Blue Stones, The Glorious Sons.
And the Juno Award for Rock Album of the Year goes to The Beaches.
I'm only gonna treat you bad. I'm probably gonna let you down. I'm probably gonna sleep around. So sorry in advance. Before you take off your pants, I wouldn't let you do.
Thank you so much. This is such an honor. I have to extend a massive congratulations to our fellow nominees. It's an honor to share this category with you. We have to thank our manager first, Laura Lee Boutte. We wouldn't be here without you today. You're such a brilliant, talented woman. Thank you to our team at Wednesday Management, Allison, Brendan. Gosh, thank you to our team at AWOL, Pete, Liz. We love you so much. James Quinn is our second father. He taught us how to play. I'm shaking right now, sorry. We have to thank our agent, Joel Baskin, our business manager, David Buss. There's so many people that we wouldn't be here today without. Thank you to Factor for helping us fund this record. I have to thank Gus Van Gogh and Lowell for helping for producing this record. This is yours. You guys are so talented. Thank you to Kara, Sam, and Dan. We share this with you. To all of our friends and partners and family members who had to listen to our demos and many versions of these songs that became Blame My Ex, thank you so much. Thank you. This goes out to anybody who's going through a hard time and going through heartbreak. Thank you so much.
Guess what? I got some good news. That's it. We are done.
We did it.
The night's honors have all been handed out. But artists, you are the backbone of our industry. There's no music, there's no Junos without you. So please take this as some inspiration to get back in the studio and back to the stage. Keep creating your magic.
Well, hold on. Not till Monday.
Yeah, or
because the Juno Awards are live and in person on Sunday, March 24th at 9 p.m. Atlantic, 8 p.m. Eastern, and 5 p.m. Pacific. Broadcast nationwide on CBC TV, CBC Gem, CBC Radio 1, CBC Music, CBC Listen, and globally at cbcmusic.ca/Junos.
I will be there. The host is Canadian icon Nelly Furtado, with performances from Canada's hottest acts, including The Beaches, Montreal-born singer-songwriter Charlotte Cardin, powerhouses Jeremy Dutcher and Elizabeth, rising country star Josh Ross, Punjabi rapper Karen Ajula, and breakaway rock star Talk.
Yes, and don't forget there will be a special tribute performance by Alexandra Streleski, Allison Russell, AYSANABEE, and Canadian Music Hall of Fame inductee Maestro Fresh West, presented by TD, and an appearance by Humanitarian Award recipient Tegan and Sarah.
And a performance by Nelly Furtado herself. You do not want to miss this show. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dad. You did great.